This is Dave from cheapbooks.com. I'm playing World of Tanks. This is going to be a video about crew experience, skills, and perks. And I'm going to show you a little trick that you can use, which I'm sure almost nobody knows about, that will allow you to get a much better equipped crew than your opponents. Now I'm going to use this T-20 tank as an example. You'll notice that, look at the percentages. He's got one skill at 97%. The gunner has one skill at 98%, one skill at 96%. The next guy has two skills at 88%, and the next guy has one skill at 97%. So this radio operator has two skills. He's far more advanced than the other crew members. And if you watch my videos, one of the things you're going to understand is that the commander has the best skills and perks. You're probably going to want one or two extra skills and perks for the commander as opposed to everybody else. Now the radio operator has situational awareness, very important, has camouflage, very important. These other three are only important in the low tier games. They're not as important in the higher tier games. In the higher tier games, you don't need signal boosting and you don't need relaying. Call for Vengeance is rarely used. You might want repairs. If you have two repair kits, you're probably going to be fine, but repairs is always a nice one to have. And firefighting can be accomplished with the automatic fire extinguisher. Brothers in Arms is always great to have, but everybody has to have it. It's going to be one of the last ones you're going to work on. So having two skills for the radio operator will get you really good performance. Now, the commander, on the other hand, we're going to look real quick, and I'm going to get to the trick later. I haven't started that point yet. You'll see he's got the recon, the camouflage is number 2. You want the mentor, that's 3. You want jack of all trades, that's 4. You want sixth sense, that's 5. You want all 5 of those. And for the radio operator, you only really need those 2. So it makes sense that you would take the radio operator and make him your commander, because he's already got 2 skills. I would be able to go from recon, I would be able to add something else such as sixth sense right now simply by switching my radio operator and my commander. You use the change option over here to switch him to a new qualification. I can make him my new radio operator. Okay, so the point was, and I haven't gotten to the good news yet, that if you have a crew member who has a lot of skills, you want it to be your commander who has the most skills. Now let's look at my Japanese tank. Where is he? The Chinu. You'll notice that he has 84% while the rest of these guys only have 60%, and that's because I have been using the increase option, which may not be available in your game because it's a temporary feature. So I've been using this feature to increase his skill so that the commander has more skills and perks than the other players. But then you're going to look at a tank like my T-32, and what do you see? You see that everybody has 3 skills. I've got the automatic fire extinguisher. I don't need this guy to have firefighter and this guy to have firefighter. It's kind of redundant. And I've got the 2 repair kits. It's rare that you go beyond to a 3rd repair, so I don't need this guy to have repairs and this guy to have repairs and this guy to have repairs. Also not very useful. I should rather take, you'll notice that there's 2 loaders. I could easily take one of these guys and kick him out, right? I'm going to send him to the barracks. I'm going to pull up my T-20. Where's the T-20? Here's the T-20. Take this guy, the loader, and look at that. 3 skills. Make him the commander of this tank. And then my commander on this tank will have 3 skills. And I would be able to go in and pick any of these 3 skills. I'd be able to take recon, I'd be able to get sixth sense, and perhaps camouflage. I think those are the 3 important ones to have. And I would be able to do it right now. So I'm going to put him back the way it was. I think he came from here. Now let's look at my Black Prince has 2 skills. Crusader has only 1. I could take this gunner and move him up and make him commander. You'll note that the gunner has Deadeye and Camouflage. You want your gunner to have 3 skills, but you want your commander to have 5. And the rest of them you'll be fine with 2. The same thing over here with the Panther. I could take the gunner and make him the commander to give him those extra skills. And the same with the radio operator and the loader. Here's another example, the driver. Let's see how the low is doing. The low's on 2. Oh, definitely my IS-3 has a lot of skills. These are my highest skilled players are right here. And maybe one of them is here. Okay, so the STI has the loaders really high. And the IS-3 has a lower loader, but everybody else is really high. And the point that I'm making is I don't need to have repairs and firefighting for my loader because I've got 2 repair kits and the automatic fire extinguisher, and it's just rare that I need a 3rd repair. So I could take this guy and I could put him on my one of my other tanks, like the KV-2, and I can make him the commander, and then I'd have a commander with 3 skills. So you would use the option over here to change the loader and make him a commander. All perks and skills are reset for free. Choose new skills for him, and voila, you've got a KV-2 with an awesome commander on it. So you can do it with all of your tanks. If you have that unevenness, you take your higher tier tanks, whichever one it is, get these guys over here. Let's look at the loader. You're going to want to have camouflage, absolutely. If you're using the 2 repair kits, you might not need repairs, but I say that repairs is the second most important. Firefighting, I use the automatic fire extinguisher, don't need it. I really only need these 2. Safe stowage, I almost never become ammo rack, so I don't care. Intuition, you're never going to use. Brothers in Arms, everybody has to have it. If they don't, it's a waste of time. Adrenaline Rush only is useful if you have less than 10% of your hit points left. And if you're playing a game, you know, it happens. Before you die, you have 10% of your hit points left. How many shots do you have left? You're probably going to get 1 more shots in before you're dead. So this might not be very handy. You probably would rather take this guy, make him a commander on another tank. Better move. So let's see how we can do this. I'm going to pick a tank, such as the T-20. Let's look at all of my American tanks here. I have to probably go to the country and choose USA. Okay, he is doing okay. T-69 has a pretty good crew. T-20 is lacking. I play this tank a lot. I want a better commander on that tank. T-32 has a decent crew. T-52 has a decent crew. Now, how do I get a better commander on my T-25? Let's fix him. He's either going to come from there or from there. I'm going to say pick the person who you think, go through all the skills, pick the one that you think you have skills that you don't need. The gunner you need to have 3. The commander you need to have 5. The driver you could easily do 3 or 4. I would say the loader and the radio operator you can get by with 2. So I'm going to take this loader. He's got 3 skills. And I could make him my commander over here and take my commander and make him the loader. The other option is I could do it with this tank over here. We've got a loader and a loader. You know, these guys are really redundant over here. I don't think I need this. Radio operator, driver, even the radio operator, the situational awareness is great. You know what? It makes sense that the loader is the one that's going to go. He's going to become my commander. So I'm going to send him to the barracks. And I'm going to take this commander over here, and I'm going to send him to the barracks. Okay, now the question is, where do I get that loader? Here he is. We got to get this guy right here to be the commander. So I'm going to go to the personal file, and I'm going to change him to the current vehicle, make him the commander, and hit change. Just like that. Now I'm going to go to skills. I'm going to pick Sixth Sense. Awesome skill. I'm going to pick Recon. Awesome skill. I'll be able to see further. I'm going to pick Camouflage. And there you have it. Now you got to get a guy into your loader. Oh, yeah. The loader was temporarily removed. Now he's back into place. Now the tank he came from was over here. So we got to get a loader back into here. We're going to go into our barracks. We're going to look at the Americans. And from here, we're going to pick a loader. He's from the M2 Light. He's from the T-25-2. This was the commander. Here's another commander. He's got 60-17. He's got 60-17. He's got 75-16. This one's got 100-186. So we're going to take him, and we're going to change him. I believe he has to become a loader. This is Orson. I want to make sure that's a loader and that's a loader. So I'm going to change him. For the current vehicle, he's going to become the loader. And we're going to do the change, and we're going to add the skills. What skills does the loader need? He needs camouflage. Absolutely needs camouflage. And I would say second, I would say repairs. Repairs is going to repair when your viewports get knocked out, when your gun gets knocked out, when your turret. This is when it's partially damaged. It's going to repair them faster. You're going to use that more often than you're going to use Adrenaline Rush. So I'm going to close that, put him in here. Did I make a mistake? Oh, I made a mistake. Okay, I might have done it wrong. I think I didn't hit current vehicle and I was supposed to. Okay, so I believe I made a mistake when I loaded him in. I forgot to hit current vehicle. Make sure you do that. Now I have to pay again to train him to Tank Academy. And there he is. So, I've got this other loader over here. I don't think he needs to have the firefighting skill. And he's at 59%. Maybe I can move him to another tank. Maybe I can make him my gunner. And with the gunner here, I could add designated target. Designated target is awesome. Makes the targeted enemy vehicle visible for 2 more seconds. This is something you really, really, really want. But I do have to look at all of my tanks. He could use a better commander. He's doing okay. He could use a better commander. So we could fix the commander for this tank. We don't... Oh, yeah, we should do this. We should take this one with 3 skills. Let's see, this commander has 3 skills. He's fine. This one has 3 skills. This one has 1. This one has 3. Okay, so I'm going to give him a new commander over here. I'm going to take this loader and I'm going to send him to the barracks. And I'm going to bring that loader into here. Okay? And I'm going to take this loader and I'm going to make him my commander with the current vehicle, T20. He's now going to be a commander. And I'm going to go to my skills. I'm going to get 6 cents. Everyone will tell you it's one of the best ones in the game. I'm going to get recon. He'll be able to see further. And I'm going to get camouflage, which will make him less visible in the game. He'll be able to hide a lot more. Now he's a commander, so I'm going to switch him over here. Boom. That's a commander. What is this guy over here? Gunner? You don't want him to have repairs. I think I've been waiting for him to get to 100%. When I get him to 100%, I'm going to give him the Deadeye and then switch to camouflage. But he's got to wait till he gets there. Now, do we have a loader? Yes, we do. Bring that loader back in. We don't want the radio operator to have the 2. I'd rather have the gunner have the 2. We come back over here. Now we need a loader for the T-32. He only needs to have 2 skills. In fact, I'd get by with 1. I'm going to go to my barracks, look at the Americans, see if there's somebody here. He's got 97, he's got 17, he's got 17, he's got 19, he's got 16. So this commander over here has 97%. He's my first choice to fit into that slot. Let's see what else we can move into there. You got to check all these tanks. Okay, I could move in this radio operator. I could move in easily one of those. These guys are at 41. Who is the one that needs somebody? He needs to have somebody. Ideally, we want camouflage, I would say, is really important. If I get camouflage on this loader, I'll be happy. The other option is we take this radio operator and we move him out and we replace him with somebody else who's less capable. The radio operator, actually this is pretty good. I'm going to keep him like this for now, and I'll switch him out later because right now this allows me to see further, like the recon, and it gives me makes me less visible. Okay, so here's a situation. I've got a loader over here who's got 3 skills, and I don't think that's necessary. But we will easily take a guy over here with 2 skills. Let's see what else we got over here. We could switch this commander for the M5 Stuart, put him into the Chaffee. So I can make my M5 Stuart have an incredible commander. Where is he going to come from? He could come right from here. Or he could... No, that one we don't want to pull out. I could take this loader and make him my commander for my M5 Stuart. That's going to be really awesome. So I'm going to take the loader, send him to the barracks. Go to my M5 Stuart. Bring in this guy. I am going to go to his personal file. I'm going to change him to be the commander for the current vehicle. Very important that you do that. You select commander, you click change, you click change. It's very expensive to do this. Now I'm going to pick his skills. I am going to pick 6 cents. I get to get recon. And I'm going to have camouflage. And I'm going to switch him with that commander. Now I need to get a loader into here. Who's going to come from my barracks. We've got a guy at 97. We've got a guy at 19, 16, 41, 86, 17, and 17. So we got two guys that are kind of up there that could go into here. And I'm really not that picky. Let's see here. The T-32, he needs to get a loader. I'm probably going to give him the better loader. So I'm going to go in to probably the commander, and you'll see we've got this guy at 97%. I'm going to pick him. I'm going to go to, I have to make him into a loader. So I'm going to go to Personal File. I'm going to change Current Vehicle, Loader, hit Change. You go to my skills. I don't really like any of those perks down here, so I'm going to pick Camouflage. And then I'm going to replace my commander, and now I realize he doesn't have the same skill level as these other guys. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm sure this guy is going to be fine. Come back over here. Let's see what we got over here. He needs a loader, and he needs a loader. He's going to get that other commander, which is the one at 86% over here. So I'm going to turn him into a loader. He's going to go to the Personal File. We're going to hit Change, hit the Current Vehicle. He's going to go to Loader. And again, we're going to go to the Skills. We're going to put Camouflage, Select. We're going to replace the commander. And now, obviously, he's not as equipped as the rest of the people, but Camouflage at 86% is really good. And then I'm going to put Repairs afterwards, and I'll be happy. This guy needs a loader. We've got this guy at 41% that we can pull in. Let's go to the barracks. And I'll probably just do that. I'm sorry, that was a mistake with the mouse. Okay, 16, 41, 17, 17. Okay, so it makes sense that I'm just going to replace this loader over here, and I should be fine. He's got a good crew. He's got a good crew. He's got an amazing crew. His crew is all set. And his crew is all set. So now I'm all set. That's with the Americans. Let's look at the UK. He's got 2 skills. He's shared with the Black Prince. He's got 2 skills. And he's got 1. I wouldn't make that much of a change, but the gunner here has 87%. I wish the gunner had a higher percentage, but I'm not going to pay to do all those changes just for that. Now the Crusader here, it would be really nice. It's nice to have the gunner with the 2 skills, but it would be even nicer to have a commander with 3 skills. Can I do it? No, because none of my tanks have 3 skills. He's at 81%. I really don't play this tank very often. I'm going to look at my tech tree. I'm going to look at the British tanks. I'm going to see if there's anything that I'm missing here. I'm moving down this line. I'm not that crazy about the tank destroyers. Moving down this line. Slowly moving down. I really am not that crazy about the SPGs. Really not that crazy about the tank destroyers. I think I'm happy the way I am. I'm going to leave that crew alone. Let's look at Germany. Got the Panther. Definitely want to make some changes. Indian Panzer. Yeah, I could see some changes being made. Okay, and I'm going to go to the barracks. I'm going to look at... Actually, I should look at the UK, see if there's anybody interesting here. 50%, 31. Okay, so he's got situational awareness and camouflage. Wow, this loader for the TOG 2, don't worry about him. because he's needed for the TOG too. He's just sitting there temporarily. He's got a job to do. But we got this guy over here with the 100% and the 31%. He could go into a tank. Let's check Germany. Wow, got a lot of Germans over here. He's got recon at 45, 56, 36, 87, 87, 45, 87, 55, 45, 84, 37, 91, 87. So we got some good guys over here. I'm going to check their tanks to make sure I don't own the tanks anymore. The Martyr, the VK, the Panzer, the Panther. Okay, so he's a Panther. The VK, the Martyr, the VK Martyr, the Panther, and the Panzer. Okay, so I'm going to look at these guys. Does he have a better driver? No. I'm going to make some changes. I want to get a better commander over here. This one, 42%. Yeah, I'm going to switch one of these guys. 94%. Okay, so my best crew is in this Yag Tiger. I'm going to see if there's anybody else here. Interesting. These guys at most have one skill. But my Yag Tiger over here got 89% with 2 skills, 94% with 2 skills. He's got 92, he's got 92. So he's equivalent to the Yag Tiger, the similar. Indian Panzer, lower. Panther, lower. So what I could do is take someone from this Tiger, such as the loader. You want the radio operator to have the 2 skills. So don't change that. It's the loaders that you want to switch to make them into commanders. So I found a loader here, and I've got these 2 loaders here, which I can switch out. Although this is a tank that gets tracked often because people track it because it's a tank destroyer. It doesn't have a turret. So people track it often so that you're stuck and then they can come around and hit you from behind. You want to have repairs on this. It's a little bit important. That means that the Tiger is the one that's going to sacrifice his loader. The question is, where is he going to go? He's got a good commander. He's got a good commander. His is at 42. His is at 98. He could use a better commander. So I'm going to switch the commander on the Panther with the loader from the Tiger. So my Tiger is going to be sent, the loader is going to go to the barracks. I'm going to go to my Panther, and as you can see, I've got a choice between the 49% and the 92%. We're going to keep this 49%er as the loader, at least for now, but we're going to make this guy the commander. I'm going to take him up, go over here, change, current vehicle, commander, hit change, and then close. I'm going to take this guy, make him the loader, come over here, and now you see we have this commander here. Oh, I didn't do his skills yet. And for skills, we're going to put 6 cents, very important. And then we're going to put recon. And now you can see we've got a better commander than what we had before. You want I think the commander, the gunner, and the radio operator to have the most skills. The driver is less important, and the loader is less important. Let's check out the Indian Panzer. He's got 42. Do I want to pay to get a better guy in there? I don't know. For the gunner, maybe. You know, I could get a gunner that has the Deadeye, causes more damage. You definitely want that. he already has it. He needs a loader now. So I have to find a loader to go into my whatever tank this is. Tiger. And he can come from just about anywhere. So I'm going to go to my barracks, and I'm going to look for whoever I think is the best. He's at 45, 56, 36, 87. Bernard is one of the options. 87, we could use this commander. 98. 55, 87, 45, 45, 84, 37, 91, that's pretty good, 87. So this guy who's at 98, he should become my loader, Wingelbauer. He's going to become my loader. That's going to go right over here. We got to get Wingelbauer as a loader for the Tiger P. So we go to the barracks. We're going to look up Wingelbauer. We're going to change him to the loader. Oh, I don't see the Tiger P. I wonder why the Tiger P isn't over here. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to training. This is the commander. I'm going to load him as a commander on the Tiger P, just to make it easy. We take him right here as a commander, right? And then it should be easy because I just have to hit current vehicle and it says Tiger P, but I'm going to make him the loader. And we have to choose skills. We're going to choose camouflage. And then I'm going to put the commander back. Okay, so now I have him restored back to playing condition. His crew fits in the low. And the Yag Tiger fits into the E25. They share the crew. So, let's see if there's any other changes we want to make. Indian Panzer. We really want the gunner to have Deadeye. This is a loader. That is a radio operator, the driver. Let's see if there's somebody else that we can bring in for the Deadeye. I suppose I could take one of these loaders like this one right here. This one, you notice it says designated target, the gunner. That's a mistake I made. I didn't understand the difference between designated target and Deadeye. I prefer to use Deadeye as opposed to designated target because I don't think designated target works all the time. It only works when you're in the sniping mode. I think for now, I'm going to save a little cash, and I'm going to pass on upgrading this crew member, but it's something that I'm probably going to do in the future. I want to see how my other tanks are doing. Okay, he's got 2 crew members, nothing special, nothing special. He's got 3, and he shares with another tank. This guy, I'm going to get rid of this tank literally like tomorrow. I could get rid of it right now if I wanted to for the 34 cents. I just might do it because I don't want to touch his crew right now because I have to change it with a new tank anyway. I don't want to pay anything twice. This guy, it would be nice to have a commander with 3 skills. I really want it. Then I'd be able to have the recon, the camouflage, and the 6th sense. He's missing 6th sense. So I could take one of these skills like this one right here, this loader, and I could put him in and make him commander on that other tank, and I think it will be a really smart move. So I am going to get rid of this tank right now. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to get this, whatever it is. Wow, that's a lot of money. I'm going to purchase it without a crew. There's no garage space. So I am going to sell this tank, 784, 494, 784, 494. If you want to save money, you might keep your ammunition in the depot because it might work with the next tank. 777, 198. I am selling this tank. Goodbye. I'm going to buy this tank without a crew. Go back to the garage. Okay, French tanks. Here we go. Wow, look at that baby. Load up a commander, load up a gunner, load up a driver, load up a radio operator. You notice there's somebody missing. There's no loader. Wow, what a bonus. So the loader that was in the other tank isn't necessary because, and there's a reason why. I'm going to explain to you the reason why. The tank that I just sold had this man as a loader. However, the tank that I just bought is an autoloader, so he doesn't need a loader. Being an autoloader saves me one crew member. Let's see how much of this I can upgrade. This is 172.40. Wow, that's huge. Yeah, definitely going to get this gun. Okay. So, we've got that extra loader. I'm going to do this crew afterwards. He shouldn't have a loader either because he's also an autoloader. So I am going to get somebody into that tank. And I'm going to just check to make sure that, yeah, there's nobody there. There's that loader. We need to make this guy into a commander that works on the AMX 1390. So we're going to make him AMX 1390. Why isn't it listed here? That's really weird. And I can't load him into here. Okay, so I'm going to go to the barracks. I'm going to see if I can do it from here. AMX 1390 again is not listed. Oh, because he's a loader. I probably had to change it to commander and then maybe it'll say AMX 1390. Nope, didn't work. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to training. Oh, it doesn't have AMX 1390. I wonder why. Question is, how do I get him into the AMX 1390? Can't get it through there, can't get it through there, can't get it through there. Can't get it through the barracks. Okay. He is a loader. Let's try with a different tank. There he is. Let's see if we can see AMX 1390. No, it's not here. Why? One, two, three, four, five, six. He's not there. I wonder why it's not permitted. Okay, this is the reason why. You'll see over here it shows heavy tanks. You got to pick light tanks, and then you're going to see AMX 1390. That's the reason why. And then you're going to pick him as a commander. It knows that he only has a few options here. And then I'm going to choose his skills. He's going to have 6 Sense. He's going to have Recon. And he's going to have camouflage. So now I should be able to put him in. There he is. Okay. So this is relatively well set. And he's doing pretty good too. The Somua, I'm not going to play him very long, and I'm not going to play him very hard, so I'm not going to worry about him. I'm going to keep him as he is. The Sarl 42, we're going to replace the loader. He's only got a couple of games left. He's only got to play, maybe 5 more games or whatever. Not going to worry about him. This one, he's got a long way to go. Not only does he got a long way to go, but he's going to become a Foch someday. And I want that Foch, and I want that Foch to have an awesome commander. So I am going to upgrade my commander. One option is I could take this guy right over here, who has 2 skills. The other option is I could take one of these guys. Like I could take this radio operator, or the driver, or that gunner, and move them and make them the commander for my ARL. Which would mean I would have to pay another 1,000 gold to make these changes. So this guy right here has 2 skills. I would love for him to have 3. The camouflage, the recon, and the 6th sense. This one over here, I don't think he's going to need the repairs right now. So I am going to take this radio operator, and I'm going to make him a commander. So I'm going to go to his personal file. I'm going to change him to a commander for tank destroyers. The ARL V39, he is, I wonder what this means. And I'm going to hit commander. Who knows what that means? Better have done this right. And I am going to put 6th sense, recon, just double checking. I'm going to put recon, and I'm going to put the camouflage. Because it's a tank destroyer, and you allow other people to spot for you, recon is not as important. You might want mentor or jack of all trades. But I think I'm going to keep it the way it is. And you might have yours configured differently. So I am going to put this commander. Wow, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now, let's look at the barracks for France. We've got these 2 guys. One of them has 2 skills. He's doing fine. They're all with 2 skills. We're going to skip that one. We're going to skip that one. We could put a guy over here with 2 skills. We need a radio operator over here. The radio operator needs situational awareness and camouflage. So I'm going to have to decide. I'm probably going to have to make this guy my radio operator on that tank. I'm going to just take a quick look at my crew once again. Yeah. I think the smart thing to do is to go to my barracks, make a radio operator for the AMX 5100. Radio operator. And then I'm going to go to my skills. I'm going to give him camouflage and situational awareness. Now I'm going to go to that heavy tank. Oh, for some reason it's already loaded in. That's weird. Oh, okay. Well, it's there. That's all that matters. He's got you. It's a good idea to have 3 skills for the gunner. You want the Deadeye and you want the camouflage. And there's another perk which is called Designated Target, which could be very, very good, especially if you're like a tank destroyer. And I could easily take this driver and switch him over there. So my ARL V39, he's decked out. I am going to keep all of these guys over here. I'm going to go to training for the current vehicle, put him at 100. I'm going to verify I want 6 cents, recon, camouflage. He is now trained. This one, training, I've got the Deadeye, designated target. This causes more damage. This allows you to see enemy targets for 2 extra seconds. Current vehicle. This one we've got smooth ride, camo, clutch braking. It's possible I would want... This is what I would do differently. I would use off-road driving. And the reason why is because you're always driving. You're just always driving. So obviously you want off-road driving. You're not always turning. You're going to use that less often. And you're not always firing while you're driving. You're not going to use that as often. But you're always driving. It's rare that you're on a road. A road is a paved surface. So off-road driving is something that you do a lot more often. It's kind of more important than those other two. But I think if you do this, I don't think it sets you for the vehicle. So I'm going to pay Tank Academy. I'm going to train him. He's at 100%. I'm not going to worry about those driving skills. I'm not going to pay to make that difference. Let's see what you got here. That looks good. He's fine. He's fine. I wish I could have some better skills here. Let's see what we got in the barracks. We got one guy. He's got 79% for camo, which is obviously better than this gunner, for example. So I could switch the gunner with someone who used to be a commander, and I could get him up to that new skill a lot faster. So that's something that I should probably do. Get this commander with the 79% into that gunner position. Or I could take this driver and get him into the gunner position. I'm going to think about it. I'm not going to do it right now. Let's look at the USSR. Okay, we've got, let's see, we could have 1,000 guys in the barracks for all I know. Okay, he's at 62%. He's got good stuff. He's got good stuff. Good stuff. He has nothing. I'm going to say dismiss this guy. He's got 2 skills. I'm going to say dismiss this guy. He's got 2. I'm going to say dismiss this guy. He's got 1. I'm going to dismiss this guy. Okay, he's got 2. He's got 1. 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 So we got a guy in here who's got 2 skills already. We want this guy to be upgraded, definitely. This one's doing fine. This one I really don't care so much about, but he shouldn't be on repairs. I don't know why I made that decision. I didn't know any better when I picked it. One good thing about this tank, it's got 6 crew members, and that's about the most you're going to see in the game. If you had the choice between that tank and this tank with only 4, when they have days where they give you bonuses for crew experience, you want to play the tanks that have the more crew. And then they're going to be leveling up more people, because if you get 1,000 crew experience, the first guy gets 1,000, the second guy gets 1,000, the third guy gets 1,000. It's not split. They all get the total amount. And I don't want this radio operator with the relaying. That's a waste of time. That's for low tier tanks. So play the 6 crew tanks on the days when they have the crew bonuses, and then switch them to your other tanks. He's my best crew. Look at that 97%. He's going to have 4 skills. He's got 3 skills for the loader and the loader here, and they should be commanders. So these are 2 commanders right here. This IS-3, he's got a good commander. T-44's got a good commander. SU-100 is going to have a brand new commander. I'm going to take him out, and I'm going to replace him with one of these guys, one of these loaders. So one of these guys is going to be the SU-100 commander. I'm going to make it him. He is going to become a tank destroyer, SU-100 commander, change. We're going to go to skills. We're going to give him 6 sense. We're going to give him recon. We're going to give him camouflage. There you go. I'm going to come over here, pick that new commander, and I will replace this loader later. Okay, so he's up to 92%. He's got 15%. Him I really don't care about. He's got 97% and 92%. So we want to probably take this loader and make him the commander over here. But I'm going to just go through and double check everything. He has 3 skills. He has 3. He has 3. Okay, so we're going to make this guy the new commander. We're going to go to personal file. We're going to change him. Current vehicle, he's going to become the commander now. Excuse me. He's going to have 6 sense. He's going to have recon. And he is going to have camouflage. Okay. So we're going to have to replace 2 loaders. Not going to worry about it right now. Everybody has an awesome commander now on the Russian tanks. Now, next I'm looking at the gunner, because the gunner has something called Deadeye, which increases damage on every shot. You definitely want that. He's only got 1 skill. He's got 3. He's got 3. He's got 2. So ideally we want this guy to have a better gunner. Perhaps 2. So I'm going to look in my barracks to see if we got a guy over here with 2 skills. We got him at 78, 93, 78, 73. Okay, this one does. He's got 3. Look at that. That's pretty good. The commander on the ST1. Yeah, we don't want to make a mistake. Go back to the ST1. We want this commander. Oh, I screwed up. Okay, I made a mistake. So I paid to change something that I probably didn't need to change. Okay, that was a stupid move. Sometimes you make mistakes like that. It's definitely going to happen. So commander, we've got 3. We've got 3. We've got 3. And we've got 3. We're going to check the gunner. He's got 2. He's got 3. He's got 3. And he's got 1. So ideally, we would like for him to also have 3. We could take this loader and make him the gunner on this tank, for example. or we can make him the gunner on this tank. But what I'm going to do, I want to read up a little bit on the skills before I make that change, so I'm not going to make that change right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my barracks, check out these dudes. He's got 2, he's got 1, he's got 1, he's got 1, he's got 1, he's got 2, he's got 1, he's got 1. He needs to have his loaders back. He's looking pretty good. He's looking pretty good. I would like to get one of these gunners. I want to get this gunner to have 2 skills. That's where I'm getting at. Okay, so where am I going to get that guy from? I could take this loader here and get him up to 3. I'm going to pass on this one for now. I'm going to switch. I'm going to leave my STI incomplete. I can always go back and come do the crew later. I'm going to switch to China because I have some questions. I need to go look something up about one of the skills. Okay, let's see how the barracks are for China. We've got this guy here. He's got 1 skill, which is pretty good, 95%. Okay, so now we've got this loader here who we could make the commander on the IS-2. And I think that's what I want to do. So this guy over here is going to become the IS-2 commander. That's the IS-2. He will become the commander, and I will change. We will have these skills. We're going to add 6 Sense, and then we're going to add Recon. And then we're going to go here and load him in. And then he needs to have a loader. So I am going to take the commander and make him the loader. I'm going to have to go into the barracks. It might be this guy. I'm going to check. He's at 95%. He's at 95%. Does it make sense to make him the loader? Another tough decision. I'm going to take that guy at 95% and make him the loader on the T-34-1. So I'm going to go to my T-34-1. I'm going to take the guy who's here. It's a pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. I got to go double check. I want to do this correctly without paying twice. It is the loader on the T-34-1. The loader on the T-34-1. The loader on the T-34-1. There he is. And we're going to go to skills. He's a loader, which is down here. So we're going to make camouflage is going to be his skill. And then I'm going to go back to my T-34-1, and he's already loaded in. And I do want to change the gunner, but I have to wait until he gets to 100%. And the reason why is because I'm going to make it Deadeye and camo. So that's why I have to wait. Okay, so these guys should be fine. Excuse me. I'm going to go to my Japanese tanks. I only have one Japanese tank, apparently. I'm going to go to my barracks, check on Japan. Nothing special, nothing special, nothing special, nothing special. I'm going to dismiss them. Sometimes it's a mistake. Sometimes these guys actually have some crew that's useful, but they're so basic I'm not going to worry about it. So for this one, I've been using the increase option to give him that little edge. let's look at the Japanese tech tree. I have to play the Keiho. I don't think I'm going to buy this STA2. Even if I did, it would use the same crew. But as it stands right now, I only need one crew on the Japanese tank line. So that's my crew. I'm going to level him up faster using that increase option. Okay, so that is a trick that you can use to swap your crews around so that you can increase the crew performance on your other tanks. If you have any questions about it, please post them below.